Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song called Spaces by One Direction. And we're going to start off with kind of our intro progression, actually on an A major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the D second, second finger on the G second, and third finger on the B second, big party on the second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord and it sounds really, really happy. Now around A's in general, it can be kind of cool to lift the third finger, make that an A sus2, or you could add in the pinky on the B string third for an A suspended and kind of say some stuff around the A. And randomly, another possibility here that kind of comes to mind actually, especially if bar chords are like, oh, I hate bar chords. You may want to just try and rock it out, kind of using an A5 power chord, just the open A and the D string second fret. Or you could do the low E string on the 5th fret, third finger on the A 7th fret, kind of use that for the A chord. And then from the A we'll be going to a D major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G second, second finger on the high E second, and third finger on the B 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of D major. You may also dig on lifting off the second finger, making that a D sus2, or you could add in the pinky on the high E 3rd, normally on a D chord, which makes that a D sus, and kind of say some stuff around it. Because of the key though, you might even want to think about using the pinky on the high E 4th fret, and kind of get kind of a D5 slash, or a D with a sharp 4, or a D5 sharp 4. Or you might want to dig on a D5 root position, doing first finger on the G second, second finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high 3rd, might be kind of a cool option. Or you could use a power chord, kind of doing the open D and the G string second fret for a D5. Or you could do the A string 5th, third finger on the D7 for a D5. And you could even work kind of a down count through this actually, kind of a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, D. Or kind of working muted downs could be cool. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, D, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that kind of an idea. Or you may dig on a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So we took the A and just tried that a lot. You'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. So we tried that through that intro progression. You have the A, D, and later on when it kind of repeats, you kind of end up doing that idea twice. A, D. Or for myself, what felt really good through the tune is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot at the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into 2 parts with our down, down, up, up, down. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the A and do it down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. And then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. So all together, yeah, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, down. So we tried that through that intro. Our main verse starts on the A major, and then we go to an E major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the G 1st fret, second finger on the A 2nd, third finger on the D 2nd. And if you strum all those together, it sounds an E major chord. It sounds really happy. Now you may also dig on adding in the pinky on the G string on the 2nd fret, kind of working that for the E major. Or you may dig on lifting off the 3rd finger and making it an E7, if you want a little nastiness going on. Or you could add in the pinky on the B string 3rd for an E7. Or you could use just a power chord, doing just the open E and the A string 2nd fret for an E5. Or you may dig on putting first finger on the A7, 3rd finger on the D9 for an E5 power chord. from the E, we'd be going to a G major. And normally you do that first finger on the A second, second finger on the low E third, third finger on the high E third. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord. It sounds so happy. Now you may also think I'm putting third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of working that for your G major. Or if you're digging on the power chord, you can do a G5 power chord by doing first finger on the low E third, third finger on the A fifth for a G5. And then from the G, we'd be going back to our D chord. And you can really do that any of those ways that we've been talking about through the verse. So you can do the downs with the power chord, might be a really easy option. E, G, D. Or you can do the down, down, up, up, down, up. Then we'll be going into our first pre-chorus, and this kind of becomes our bridge later on, actually, with a little variation. And on a pre-chorus, we go to our F major chord, and normally you do this as a first fret bar, and we'll talk about some easier options here too. But then second finger on the G second, third finger on the A third, pinky on the D third, and if you strum all those together, the happy sounds of F major. Now, if you're just starting out, a good substitute for that can be F major 7, doing first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the G second, third finger on the D third, and if you strum the D string to the high E string, it sounds like F major 7 chord. It sounds really groovy. Another option that normally can work really well too for F major is F major 13, doing first finger on the G second, second finger on the D third, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Kind of dig on that. Or randomly you could use the power chord, doing first finger on the low E first fret, third finger on the A third fret for an F5. And then from the F, we go to a C major chord. And normally you do this first finger on the B first fret, second finger on the D second, third finger on the A third. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of C major. Now, you may also dig on lifting the first finger, making that a C major 7. We're adding in the pinky on the B third for a C major 9 and kind of saying some stuff around it. Or another way to play C major 9, we'll be doing first finger on the D second, second finger on the A third, third finger on the B third, pinky on the high E third. Now I make that change from the F to the C really easy, just kind of a 2-finger move. And then we'd actually be going to the G major right after that. Or if you're digging on the power chords, you can do a C5 by doing first finger on the A third, third finger on the D fifth fret for a C5. And randomly for that G, actually, this is kind of cool because you'll kind of hear the A string on the second fret B note come out of the G chord. So instead of doing a G5, you may want to do a G3/B, which I kind of dig on. I'm doing 5th fret on the D string, first finger on the A second. And so from the C5, it'll just be kind of a 1-finger move down 1 fret from the C5 to the G3/B. And the G-A-B is the third and B is in the bass. So I call it G3/B. And then from there we go back to our F, but then we go to a B minor chord. And normally you would do this as a 2nd fret bar, second finger on the B third, third finger on the D fourth, pinky on the G fourth. And if you strum all those together, the sad sounds of B minor. Now you may also dig on lifting the pinky, making that a B minor 7. Or another way to play B minor 7 would be doing first finger on the A second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the high E second. Would be another option. Or a lot of times on a B minor, I'll dig on the drone voice of this. First finger on the A second, second finger on the G second, third finger on the B third. This is the part that's going to be out of the key a little bit. Putting the pinky on the high E third. That's a B minor drone that you may kind of have in your head somewhere. Or you may dig on lifting off the pinky and making that a B minor 11. And we kind of have our B minor with kind of a 4-down count. And then we go to an E for 4. So if you're digging on the pre-chorus with kind of a down idea, you can have the F, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, C, G/B, F, and then our B, and then our E major. Or if you're doing the down, down, up, up, down, up, for the C and the G halving, you may want to do just a down, down, up on each chord. Or if you're a little bit more adventurous, you could split that pattern. So you can do the C with a down, down, up, G with the up, down, up. Or if you get really excited like you could do C with a down, down, and then go to the G for the up, up, down, up. that way, you'd have the F, C, G, F, B minor, E. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you kind of split it a little bit different way. So on the C, G change, you may want to do just a down, down, down up on each of those chords. Or you can split the pattern and do C with a down, 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 up. And then go to the G for the up, down, down, up, down, up. So try the pre-chorus that way. You have the F, C, G, F, B minor, E. And from there, then we'll be going into our chorus part. And you can really work that any of those ways we've been talking about. You may want to try just the downs, D, A, or the down, down, up, down, up. B minor, or the 16th idea. B minor. We got a D. Kind of another D. Kind of the end of our chorus. And then from there, then we come back in on a little piece of our intro as kind of a chorus tag. And randomly, you'll hear this cool little leadlet come out there where you may want to kind of follow those notes. Doing 5th on the B, 7 on the B, 5th on the high E, 7 on the high E, and then kind of a slide from 7 to 9 on the high E, and then 7 on the B. So you may want to kind of follow those melody notes. Kind of hear through that intro part. E, F sharp, A, B, B, C sharp, F sharp. Or you could kind of work that with the strumming idea. Or something else that I like to add to a song like this too is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you may want to throw in a bass for the chord. So on the A, you'd have the A for the bass. On the D, you'd have the D for the bass. On the E, you'd have low E for the bass. On the G, you'd have low E for the bass. On the F bar, you'd have low E for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have the A for the bass. And for the G, you may want to do the low E for the bass. Or if you want to bring out that G/B, you may want to use the A string for the bass. And on the F major 7, you'd have the D for the bass. So if we tried our intro, the bass down, up, down, up, you'd have the A. Off a bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, or bass, bass, down, down, up, bass, down, up, down. So we tried that intro chorus tag that way. You'd have the verse. So we tried that with the bass down, up, down, up. And the A, E, G, D. Or if you're taking on the 16th, you'd have the A, E, G, D. Then we'll be going into our next chorus. So D, A, E major, E minor, D, A, E, B minor, D. Of our intro for our chorus tag. Let's go back to our A, D. If you're digging on the 16th, A, D. And then from there, then we'll be going into our bridge part. Now on that C, G halving there, if you're doing the down, down, up, down, up, you may want to work a bass down, up on each of those chords to kind of have it. Or you could add basses and kind of split the patterns to C, down, G, up, down, up, or the C with the bass, down, G on the up, down. So we tried the bridge with our bass down, up, down, up. We got the F, C, G/B. C, G, you may want to do a bass down, down, up on each of those chords. Or if you're really adventurous, you could work the C with a bass, down, down, up, and then go to G for a up, bass, down, up, down. Use the A string for the bass, that could be very cool. So you have F, C, G, F, C, G/B. Part. You can really do that any of those ways we've been talking about. So D, A, D minor, D, for our outro. So we're gonna or if you know there are licks around these chords, feel free to kind of take this lesson and run with it any way you want to. There's lots of ways to kind of see what you can say with the song too. And then randomly at the very end you'll kind of hear where it almost turns into just kind of an A down idea, D. Kind of working a fade out. And for myself, if I was playing it out, I think I'd want to just play a big A at the very end to make people clap. But that's the basics of how you can strum through Spaces by One Direction. So good luck! Hi, wherever you are in YouTube land. This is Munson Summer with Munson Music Live, Munson Guitar Songs, Munson Covers, and Munson Jam Tracks. Thanking you for watching this video, and I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you like this video and subscribe to the channel to see lots more like it. I'm always open to your requests. If you have a song that you love, please let me know so I can write it down on the request list so I can add that to it, because there are probably other people out there who love that song too and would love to learn how to play it. So thanks so much for all the love that you give me, and I hope that you're doing well and kind of figuring out how you can talk with the instrument. We are a small music shop in the middle of nowhere in South Carolina, and you're supporting us by watching this channel. Really appreciate all that love. So best of luck, and let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you in particular too. You can contact me on Facebook. You can leave a message here in the comments section, and I respond to all the comments that I get. So best of luck to you wherever you are.